Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. It's Monday. We've got the next 10 stages of the Eagle Moss release of Build the James Bond DB5. Now the next 10 stages means that we're going to be doing stages 41 to 50 I believe today, and I think that's going to involve the front doors, which is going to be interesting. Now once I said in the previous videos, and if you haven't seen the playlist for this, I've put the link just up here for that. It's going to be pretty impossible to get hold of this now. I'm actually building this for someone, but I have put a link in the description should it ever become available again. But I am enjoying doing this build, which is quite good. Now in the last stages we are working on the ejector seat mechanism, but today, just like we've seen for the past 50 stages, there's a few stages where we don't do any. Wow, I've said stages so many times then, didn't I? There was a few parts that we don't do anything with, and you're about to see that now. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So as I mentioned at the start, we are going to be doing the door. So I'm just going to take off this protective material. Now the door already has the handle pre-attached to it, as you can see there, which is quite a handy little thing, and I've got it on my soft mat so we don't get this damaged. Now we do have lots of screws in this pack, and these screws are type C, I and M, and I'm always writing these on there because they don't let you know what's what in this. So got that on here. Now because we're working on the door, we're going to be working on this side. We also need the parts from the pack that we didn't use in the last stages we did, which was pack 40. So let's get them open. And the first thing we want is the door hinge. And as you can see, this has been stamped with an L. So it's the left-hand side one. This is going to be going in this way with the notch here facing upwards. So this is just going to go on just like that. Now we've got a bracket that's going to keep that held on there. So I'll get this out. That's just going to go this way with the curved side facing up over the top of that lug. And it's going to pin all of that into place just like that. It's going to be held in with a size M screw. Now we know we've got some M screws in here. Now the M screw is just a flange screw, looks like that. I'm putting some oil on it and we'll drive this into this part here. The reason I'm putting oil, obviously this door is metal, and I'm going to put it in as hard as I can get it so that that is able to flick and move like that. Now on the other side we've got the left door lock, so I'll get this out. So I'm going to be putting that over the hole there. And this time, this is going to be held in with a size, let's get this the other way around, I screw. So it's basically a flange screw, but this time it's in this pack and it's a silver one. So there we go. That's the catch in the other side there, all the way down. So that looks like that. Now, filtering out what we had in previous packs, in stage 39, we had this bit of frame here. So I'm going to get that out. And we also had the window for that frame there. So holding it this way round, we're going to be putting the lugs on the window just into these holes here, like that. So the window looks like it's half open there. And then this whole thing is going to be fitted inside this door assembly that we've done, just over these three lugs here. Now, the window cannot be rolled up and down. Basically, that's how it is. It's halfway down. They're going to be held in with the type C screws. Again, they're in this pack that we had right at the start of these 10 stages, and they're just the black ones looking like this. So that's the first one. Isn't it weird that you can only have the window halfway down? There's no mechanics to roll the window up. I think we've been spoilt from other builds. But, you know, it is what it is. And here's the third one, just going in here. Excellent, and that's the window in. Now if you remember, we worked on the door card from the last pack. We're actually going to be putting this inside now. Now we're just going to be lining up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the lugs here, just over these 5 points here. Now it does say take your time on this so you can make sure it's fitting perfect in there, and I'm just looking at mine. It's fitting quite easily actually. There we go, look, that's gone in absolutely perfect. It's all flush around the edges there, and that is all there is to do in that stage. Now in stage 42, we've got some parts here. We've got a telephone and sort of like a bank here. Let's open this so you can see what this looks like. God, this was way before the days of mobile phones and stuff, but that's what that little compartment looks like there. We've got a handle here, and we've also got some screws. Now the screws in this build, once again, writing this on here, are type P screws. But guess what? They look nice, but we don't actually do anything with them, so we need to keep them safe for another time. Pack 43, we've got some more screws in here. These are basically size L screws. So once again, I'm going to write them on there. And just like we done last time, we're going to be working on the other door now. And where that all started last time was the door card, looking like that. So I've got the armrest for that. We'll get that open. Just like last time, we've got a little lug on this side. So I'm just going to line that up so we can get this armrest in. Perfect. Turn it over, and that's going to be held in with the type L screws. You did hear me right. I'm using 2 L screws here to put this in. So that's one there. And just one in the other side here. So that looks just like that. Now we've got the inside door handle. Remember, this is a part that we couldn't use in the last stage. This has got a little keyhole pattern on it. It's just going to go into this point just like this. So I'll line that up, make sure that fits all the way flush in there, like that there. And that's held in from the other side with a type P screw, one of these ones. And that's in nice and tight. We then need to take this great phone that we had in the last stage. We're going to be mounting that just into this recess here. So the door phone is actually in the door. It's a door phone. Sorry, that tickled me. I don't know why. That's just going to go in there, and that's going to be held in from the other side there with 2 screws, and they are type P screws. Things that make me laugh, I have to say. So that's one. And there you go. That's the second one there. So there we go. We've got a little door phone on there. So when I put the handle down, there's the phone. It's all good. So we do have the frame, but we're not actually using that because that's all there is to do in that stage. So stage 44, pretty much how we started this pack. We've got the hinge and we've got the hinge brace. So we're going to be putting that in. And all I'm doing is I'm taking these out the pack, ready to mount on the door. But guess what? We haven't got the door yet. So, once again, as we're very much used to in this build, I'm going to look at these parts, ponder on them, and think, well, they look really good on a door, wouldn't they? But there's nothing else I can do, so that's all there is to do in that stage. So stage 45, just like last time, we've got a pack of screws, C, I, and M screws, and we do have the door. So this time it's the right hand side door again with the handle already fitted. So we're going to be putting this down, and just similar to last time, we're going to be putting the hinge on, making sure it's this side here that's up. That's going to sit in like that. Then we've got the catch for that. It's going to keep it into place going over the top, and that's all going to be secured in with, I believe it was an M screw, wasn't it? It was an M screw. So I'm putting that in a bit of metal, and I'll get this in and make that nice and tight. Then we've got the little door catch, which is going to go over this section here. It's a good job I've done this once before. I wouldn't know what I'm doing. I am using my James Bond DB5 website, and the link in the video description for that if you are following along with this and you want to see the instructions. But there we go, that's in place. And then just like last time, I'm going to open the frame up here and simply just put the frame in the door. Now this time there's no window at all, so you've got one side which has got the window half open and one side where the window is just not there at all. It's a little bit strange, isn't it? I have to say, obviously I don't remember this from all those years ago. I thought it had windows both sides. Obviously it doesn't. So there we go. It must be very hot, and that's why all the windows are down. But I do like the idea that you can improvise that there's a window in the other side, because obviously it's half open, but yeah, in this side you can't do that. So there we go, that's the frame in with no window. And once again we're going to take the door card, matching up these 6 ports here over this lot, and then pushing this into place, which by the look of it has gone in absolutely perfectly there. No problems at all. So that's another door completed. And that's all there is to do in that stage. Now look at the size of this one, stage 46. We've got the roof interior here. Now we're starting to get some of the big pieces now. And we've also got a sun visor. Now the sun visor already has the interior mirror mounted to it, so I'm going to be very careful that we don't knock that, because we don't want to break that off. But I do want to take the right hand side sun visor, that's just going to go into here, and it needs to go between the points here and here. So theoretically, if I put one side in and just slightly bend out the other side there, this should fit in just like that. And there we go, we've got a sun visor in place, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Now in stage 47, we've got the other sun visor. We've got the frame for where the ejector seat roof is going to pop open. So in a similar way to what we did to the right sun visor, we're just going to do exactly the same thing to the left sun visor. So in one side, in the other, and there we go. So that's both the sun visors in. I don't know if I want them up or down. Actually, let's keep them down. Windows are open, it's a sunny day. And then talk about short, this top here we don't even use, so that's all there is to do in that stage. Isn't it amazing how quick some of these stages are? I'm glad that we've actually got everything in one go and we're doing 10 stages at a time, because if I was doing this one video at a time, I've got no idea how I'd make videos for it. Now, stage 48 is the frame for the windshield, a gasket for the windshield, and the glass for the windshield. So let's get these open. Now this is actually a rubber gasket, believe it or not. The material is great. We're going to be putting this into the holes around the frame. So I'll thread each one of these on, and I'm trying not to put any undue pressure on this frame, because I'm guessing this is going to be quite fragile. But as long as I slowly work my way around, I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue. So I'll do that and show you what it looks like. And there we go, that's the gasket as well. Obviously we want to make sure that we've got the gasket round the right way, so the indent is facing upwards. I'll open this glass shield. Now there is a protective coating on that, and I'm probably going to keep that on eventually. But what I'm going to do is peel it off just for a second, so I can actually put this onto the gasket, and then I'm probably going to reattach that afterwards. The reason I'm doing that is once this is attached, I can't get that plastic off. So when we put this in, you don't want to press too hard, just around the edges. And I'm primarily just concentrating on the long sides first. That will keep the gasket in place. And then doing the sides. So there we go. That's the glass in place with a gasket between it. That's excellent. I'm just going to take this stickiness. I'm going to put that back over the top of the glass, so that's not going to get scratched now. And that's all there is to do in that stage. Now in stage 49, in a very similar fashion to what we've just done, in fact there's no protective film on this one, we're going to be doing the rear window. So I'm just laying this out. And once again I'm going to put the gasket on, making sure it's the right way round over these lugs. They've got little holes in them and you just push them over the holes. So let's get all of these done. I'm calling it a gasket, but it's a seal, isn't it? It's a rubber seal. I suppose gasket is the right term, though. Gasket is a material between two sections, and that's pretty much what that is. I don't know. If you've watched this World of Wayne channel long enough, you know I've got a habit of calling things completely different things to what they are. That's just me. Okay, so that's the seal on, and then once again we're going to be putting on the top here, lining up the long sides first, pressing them into place. Do the bottoms and the corners, make sure that's all flush all the way around, which it is, and that's the rear window completed as well. So we've got the windscreen and the rear window. I haven't got anything protective to put over that, so I'm just going to have to keep that safe. But that's all there is to do in that stage. Now in pack 50 we've got the fuel tank cap, and we've got sort of like a hinge, but guess what? We're not going to be using it. So unfortunately we're going to be ending this pack on another pack that we don't actually do anything with. Obviously the cap here is metal, which is good, but again, yep, there's not much I can do. So that is all there is to do in these 10 stages. So we've got pack 50 we've done nothing with. We've done the two windscreen and the rear windscreen. Rear screen, should I say. We've got the frame for the ejector seat. We've got the headliner here, which we put the sun visors in. And then we have done both of the doors. Now, it looks like we've done quite a lot, but actually, physically, what we're building, there wasn't much at all, really, was there? So, but it does look like the car's coming along. Now, I've heard from stages 50 onwards, we're supposed to have loads to do, so that's going to be good. But that video is not going to be coming till after Christmas. As a matter of fact, it's Christmas week. So all of these videos that we've got going along are going to have a little Christmas theme at the start of them. Now, the way things are going to roll out this week is there's going to be no video tomorrow during the day. At night, we're going to be building the Spitfire. Wednesday, not sure what we're doing at the moment, but I think a lot of it's going to be focused on the live streams. Patrons, I am considering doing that engine again because I've actually got the right tools, but we'll see what happens to see what I've got to build. And then on Thursday night, as you can see on this splash on the screen, we've got the 2-hour Christmas quiz. I'm going to be joined by Mrs. World of Wayne. We're going to have some fun times, and that's going to be the last video stream before Christmas. I will be returning on the 28th back to the channel, but Christmas week, let's enjoy ourselves in the community, enjoy ourselves on the World of Wayne channel, and I will see you tomorrow. Other than that, I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Take care.